Anyway, we can do a little word association. I'll just throw out some names. You can
Yeah,
just tell me
sure.
a word. Yeah, you can go on. You can go on for 10 minutes. It's fine for me. Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, one of the greatest of all times, brilliant mind, great performer. On the Mount Rushmore.
Sting.
The longevity's had been unbelievable. He's still out there doing it. Kudos to him.
Luger.
I knew Lex when he first started. I was in the company, Florida, when they broke him in. I think people now are going back and watching his old matches and now reappreciating him, and he deserves it. Great performer.
I'm glad you said that. When I was a kid, I loved Lex Luger. Like I paid to see Lex Luger.
Yeah, I mean, Hogan put him over for the belt. He didn't do that to many people, right?
Yeah. Kevin Nash.
One of the Renaissance guys in the business. You can talk art, you can talk wine, you can talk museums, you can talk sports, you can talk politics, you can talk religion, you can talk philosophy, and he draws money. He's 7 feet tall, and when he was jacked, to me, he was one of the best specimens in the history of the business.
Goldberg.
A phenomenon. They're not going to catch that lightning in the bottle again too soon, anyway.
Vince Sr.
One of the nicest human beings, and was very, very smart. I don't think he gets the credit for being as smart as he was.
Eddie Graham.
Eddie and Vince were very, very close. There was a period in my life where I was the surrogate son when him and Michael had a falling out. I would go to the office to get a ride with Eddie to a town, or he'd fly me, or I'd go fishing with them in the afternoon. And invariably, they'd be talking to one another about business on the phone. Eddie and Senior.
Scott Hall.
If I was going to make a movie of Tarzan, it would have been Scott. I would have put him. I mean, he was terrific and a terrific performer.
He was just cool. You know, like Scott Hall, you talk about like Dusty Rhodes has something. Scott was just cool. He could just walk the ring and you're like, that I want to be that guy. Right?
Yeah. Everybody did.
Yeah. Last thing I want to talk to you about is what about the current situation with Vince McMahon? I don't know, like what is your history with Vince Jr.? Did you ever have a relationship with him, spend time with him?
I had a relationship when I was up there as a with Senior. What is my take on this? I mean, I don't know if a guy has been there, how long has been there, 48 years or whatever it is, right? From the first WrestleMania. Is it really stepped back completely? I'm not sure. You know, and he took wrestling out of the dark ages. It's been exposed, and we thought it would die when it was exposed. It's doing better now. It's in Sports Illustrated. I mean, you can't get away from it. The other night I turned on TV, and there was the WWE famous feuds. And I mean, you can't get away from it. The Rock is the #1 movie star of all times. Batista, Cena. I mean, so obviously he saw something that none of us saw.
You still watch the current product now?
I hadn't in a while, but now because of the so-called change, I've watched it and I like what they're doing.
Nice.
And I do watch AEW because it was different. And I think the business is in good hands with both of them. And hopefully, you know, it transcends it for a few more years.
One name I forgot to ask you. I want your take on Terry Funk.
Terry Funk?
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be just like Terry Funk, the greatest of all times. The greatest of all times.
That's all.